You looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Hello, greetings all. Thank you for joining us for tonight's channel. Yeah, I did that video about the reptilian attack. One thing I've noticed is it's been a quiet, it's been rather quiet in a good way. So I've been actually kind of seeing more what they've been doing. You know, I've been feeling kind of weird throughout the couple of weeks, not knowing what it was, and now I know what it was. So I know exactly, the cause of it now. They're good at masking their manipulations. Reptilians and other beings, probably gray also. So anyway, I guess basically if you feel not yourself, you just, sometimes it's not always to think clearly on to see if it's a extraterrestrial that's doing this, but more of you acknowledge that, like you say, wait a minute, it might be manipulated by an alien. You almost have to ask that every day, you wonder. And that will help. It seems like it will help release whatever they're doing. Maybe. So, all right, much love, everyone. We're going to get started. So, thank you for being here. And I have any else to add. So, New Year is marching in 2017. I was already calling it 2016. So, anyway. So, all right. So, much love. And here we go. Greetings. This is Archangel Michael. In these processes of life, these beings, extraterrestrial beings, and some are dark entity energies, even dark angels, cause manipulations of humans on a daily basis, moment by moment, second by second. It is only a test for you to guard yourself, but also to warn self-love, self-preservation of yourself. And you are warning these tools of how to, yes, we call it save yourself, but to heal yourself, to protect yourself. And worrying about these beings, there's so much more that is not known, but you can also feel the dimensions of what they are coming from and heal that dimension when they do interfere with your energy, because they are looking for attention. There's much more to it than that, But part of it is they're looking for attention. They are testing you, but also testing their skills of how to manipulate you and how to unwind their control. Is you to step up and show that you are in charge of you and that they can interfere with you any longer. Yes, it's an ongoing battle because they wait for you to have a weak spot so they can come in again. So it's up to you to bring your protection around yourself. An awareness that none of these beings will interfere with your understand, even those that feel like they are always protected, but they have much ego interfering. And some of them are actually being manipulated through their ego. An ego that feels like they are superior than others. They know who they are. Well, sometimes. And that is where the beings manipulate there instead. It's much easier actually to do it that way. So it is very sophisticated how this all works. You will feel as you learn more, these manipulations are just tests for you to learn how to protect yourself. Just like walking down a bridge that is not very safe, you learn where to step and where not to step to keep yourself going. It's the same thing. You will learn these practices more. You understand you can still heal yourself after these manipulations. It does make you stronger. That's why they're there. They're just there to strengthen your abilities. That's all. And how to protect yourself. It's different for everyone. But yes, acknowledging these things, these beings, does help, but removing it also. Use love to remove them, and use love, self-love to heal oneself. Yes, your next year will be quite a busy one as for entities. And possibly some might be seen in your dimension. More physically than you might imagine. That is up in the air at this time. So that's what's involved. Greetings all. This is Nathaniel, the tall blondes. The Nordic energy is assisting you as much as we are allowed to assist with humanity. There's much manipulations now. Think about your politicians. Their manipulations have been much stronger, it is coming at them in all areas where they cannot even think coherently. Even with your Obama in this, your president in this, what happened with Israel recently, that was a manipulation of your presidency. It was just to break apart friendships. That's what all that was about. And as for Obama wanting to do that, he was pretty much told to do it by your weight system that wanted to shake things up, to break apart as this new administration, to not make the new administration have it easy for them. There's much more to it than that. But there is a lot of backroom deals that are going on. Business deals also that are being actually made after that little mess around there. So there's always a reason for everything. I believe you all are aware. As for your Syria, in your next year, there'll be much transition there. A end to the war, so slightly. We do see an end to much of the wars going on, but we can't go into full details because we don't really know. But we do feel, well, let's say feel time. We see timelines, but there's more to it than that. But the timeline of Syria becoming more of a settled down area, we do see that coming closer. But we can't go into full details because we don't know how that will play out at this time. But the energy there is of peace, but yes, it will be some time for that to find peace. As for this incoming administration, there will be transitions and so much going on that you will not see. As for many Pleiadians are becoming more connected to your new Pleiadians. Blue Pleiadians, different councils are being connected to your new government system. But as for disclosure, that seems like unlikely from your administration this year. As the vibration of that was quite high, but then it lowered itself as many deals are being made. It is unlikely for that to happen anytime soon. So, if there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Yes, thank you so much. First question is from Angie, and she wants to know, do my spirit guides have any messages for me?
Only to bring more confidence into your life, to feel more that you are in control of your life, that you can make this happen for yourself, what you want, what you wish to manifest. Only to bring more confidence into your life, to feel more that you are in control of your life, that you can make this happen for yourself, what you want. I will wait. I will wait until that's. As I was saying, I believe the insurance is over.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Yes. But just to, as you have more confidence of what you wish to manifest, you will feel it come through more clear. Your next year, when you see a more clearing, more clear perception of what you want, spiritually at least. And the doorway is slowly opening up more. Blessings.
Okay. Amy, if you can please mute yourself. And her second question, as for Angie, her second question is, about 3 years ago, walking through a flower park, a huge swarm of bees flew through me. I could feel them on my arms, face, and going through my hair. Could you tell me what was the meaning of this? Was this an attack from an entity?
I do not believe so. There might be a message there. 1 moment. It seems like there's a Yell energy around you at this time. As for when this was happening, this seemed like the Yell beings were around you. As for protection, assisting you with your chakra system, also your timeline. Your timeline has been manipulated, it seems like, through other beings in the past. And they are, you might feel it from other individuals that you are aware, that you are connected with. It seems like some of them are manipulating, always attempting to manipulate your timeline. As for what direction you wish to go in, manipulate the mind. I believe that has been stopped at this time. That is the message at this time.
Okay. And next is Mark.
Hi, Natalia.
Yes.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, Nathaniel, yeah. Just to wish to know if I have any message.
1 moment.
I give you permission to connect with me positively if you need.
One moment. Yes, it seems to be of connected. There's a couple of messages here. One is that you've been connecting to reptilian councils recently to calm down their energies. It seems to be, you do this every once in a while to calm down their manipulations on this world. Also, you've been connecting to many worlds of great architecture, learning different architectures for a project you were working on. But mostly in astral, it seems. And some of that you might, some of these symbols that you're connecting to, some of that has to do with this project you are working on. This might get the structure you are working on, like a structure of different symbols, and it is like a welcome center for other beings, new ones, old ones, to connect with. This is all astral. Yes,
for this life? For this life?
This is an astral at this time. It possibly in this life, possibly, but we do see an astral at this moment.
Okay. And second question is the same as the one. If you have more message around somewhere.
It does seem like the grays have been around you. One moment. Observing. One moment. You've also been connecting to the Yale. As you're downloading much information from them, because there's much of their information is quite sacred. It's like sacred rooms of their histories and new species that had been connecting to recently, and you have been connecting to much of that a lot recently. It seems like your mother has been there also. She has a long connection with them. That was like you're in also, it seems.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay. And next is Kingsley.
I do not think he's here any longer.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Okay. Next is Stephen Helms.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings, much love. I was wondering, does any entities or energies around me at this time, my galactic family, have any messages for me at this time?
It does seem like you have many Syrians around you at this moment. They're assisting you with your energy field. They're also connecting you to different species. One moment. This is the Nordic species they are connecting you to. As for financial help, that'll help you in this density, but they're not going into details what that is. It's just financial building blocks that you are assessing at this time. Also enough, you are what your energies are saying, what these beings are saying. You're connecting to one of the presidents, your past ones, your George W. Bush. As for, it seems like you've been interrogating him, but in a nice way. You've been connecting to him a lot recently, and the information not being fully made, but making peace, but also it seems like he is holding much back to bring peace from government to human to your fellow people, and he seems to be reluctant to do this. But this isn't astral. You are speaking to him a lot recently. He seems to be a roadblock at this time. It seems like when he becomes more compromising, as for being more open to humanity, you will see many alien secrets actually come into your society, and much more. So it was kind of long, but that is the detail at this time.
Sweet, thank you. And just on a side note, right when we were talking about that, this guy messaged or tried a video chat me named Sam on my phone. So I don't know if there's any significance to that. Just throwing it out there. My second question is every time I connect Thomas Patterson, he channeled the Sasquatch, and every time I connect with the Sasquatch, I get an image of me being a light blue coat fur with a white belly, a light blue fur coat with a white belly, and I'm just wondering. And every time it seems like that image pops into my mind. Any information about my Sasquatch self in that regards? Thank you.
Yes, but you're seeing yourself as the Sasquatch leader and one of peace. You also connect to the Native Americans as you're making peace with them. That's helping actually many extraterrestrials make peace with your humanity, is peace with, at least on this world, peace with the Native Americans that helps you connect more with humanity. So as that what you are seeing is actually a current incarnation of yours. It is one that is developing your future Earth, as it is going through a rough time, as you can tell. It is paving a way. Of course, in their dimension. That is why you're so easily connected to that, because he's very much, that is one of your other aspects. It's currently roaming around, you could say, but he's on ship mostly. It does seem like a cylinder type ship that you might see, but is very white. Might be, if you see in the sky, it'd possibly be a blue orb, is what I'm receiving. But they usually stay out of sight. But a blue orb in the sky, which is not easy to see, is mostly a Sasquatch ship, depending on the vibration. That is the message.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Slow.
Yes.
All right, next is Kingsley.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Not very much. There's rain here, so.
Okay.
You might want to type your question.
Okay.
That is just a suggestion. The rain just began and is quite a while.
Okay. This is going to post them. I'll wait for his questions, but next is David's questions, and his first one is, do I have any hybrid children?
Yes, 2 young yellow children and a Lyran feline, and also a young Arcturian. I believe that's a male Arcturian.
Okay. And the second question is there any entities with him now?
Yes, there's a blue avian with him at this time, assisting his energy field, protecting him from reptilian interference, because it's been around him for quite some time in his youth. I believe it's now cleared up quite a bit. There's also a lot of Arcturian energies, as he might be connected to the Arcturian libraries recently. If he does not remember, if he goes into a meditation, that will come through. So Arcturian libraries, we're going through the history of the universe, their point of view of this earth also. He is here, interesting enough. He has a Arcturian starseed energy with him that is balancing this earth, which we're all part of balancing it, but your balance is you're bringing in new knowledge, of course, Arcturian knowledge that is, I wouldn't say sacred, but for human's sake, as you're bringing in the earth more positive, your energy, your work here is to bring more positivity. Of course, everyone is, but yours has a unique. Everyone's unique, but yours uniqueness is not being mentioned at this time. You might feel this vibration as you go forward. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Kingsley's questions. First one is, anytime I astral project, I make it to the vibration state, but when I am about to get out of my body, my eyes open by themselves.
Yes, there is a, yes, I believe this was asked again. Yes, and it keeps happening. One moment. One moment. What your guides are saying is to ask to project with your eyes open. In many ways, that's quite effective. As to not let that your eyes opening take you out of the state. Leave your eyes open and astral project by feeling the vibrations of another dimension open up. You have that ability. You're still learning this, but you can do this with your eyes open, is what your guides are saying. So basically, it's also a training method that you're using with you, from what I am gathering at this time. This is a little bit harder to astral project this way. It takes a while to get used to it, but you see your vibration you see you getting used to this. Basically, feel the vibration of your astral, the place you wish to go, and see how that works for you. There's different methods, but see how that works for you. Blessings.
Okay. Second question is there any tips you can give me for my telepathic skills? I want to increase this skill greatly.
Yes, it does seem like the few lines are working with you. Connect to the few lines. One moment. Your root chakra, your root chakra and your heart chakra. It's like visualize them combining their energies, like a string to each other that lights your body up. That way you can connect to all beings telepathically. It's like you're opening yourself up to the internet of the universe and see what beings talk to you back. Just leave yourself open. Of course, surround yourself with light, of course. And try another method. Try that. See how that works for you. You can use all your chakras as for their lighting up. Yes, your guides are saying they don't want you to advance too soon, but just take your time with all this. Nothing's going to happen too quickly. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Thomas's questions. First one, is there a message from the Holy Spirit for me today?
Oh yeah, you can connect to them. But also, they see a mother figure around you that needs your blessing, needs your support, energy-wise, because she's not always thinking clearly. To send your energy to her healing. There is a reptilian manipulation going on around her, a slight one, confusing her of what she wants. That is the message at this time.
Okay. And second question is, could you connect to the popular master Osho and ask him if meditation is my only salvation? I feel like I cannot resist to this truth anymore. There's an impulse to deny this fact because it feels like the crucifixion of my ego or identity. If you cannot connect with him, just ask my main spirit guide, please.
One moment. One moment. But your guide says is to be patient with your abilities. To, as for meditation be your salvation, is you're very connected to nature, but you're unaware of your full connection to that. You not necessarily have to meditate to connect, but the vibrations of nature is always there for you to give you a new point of view, a new focus. As meditation will help, but also nature is there to give you another message, Mother Earth's energy also. is there to guide you into a direction that makes you feel less threatened by your future and more confident. As a message at this time. If it makes sense.
Okay. And next is Kimberly's questions. Her first one is, could you tell me what past life connection myself and my current friend Jeff have together?
There were reptilian lifetimes, but they were more humanoid, similar to your Earth being right now. But you did have reptilian type of formations in your looks. But this male you're speaking of was very dominant as for popular. But it was actually a very primitive world. The reason I'm bringing this up, because your incarnations here, I believe you knew each other mostly as children in past lives. And you always separated throughout this Earth's timeline. And in here, you're just reconnecting again. As for where you want to go with it. But it seems like mostly children. Yes, families seem to have been separated. That wasn't always supposed to be the case, but that seemed to have happened. That's mostly what I see, but there's most likely there's other connections there, but those are the ones I'm seeing at this time. Blessings.
Okay. And second question, can I get some advice or healing for my dental issue? Thank you. Much love.
One moment. From what our, of course, connecting with us is a little bit, as for physical issues, is a little bit difficult for us because medical on your world is usually where you want to connect to your humans on the physical front. But we do see your heart chakra can use some healing at this time. In Metatron, heart chakra healing will assist, but mostly your human endeavors will be the best as for healing of your dental issue. That is all I have. I can't comment too much on that.
Okay. And next are Julie's questions. Her first one is, what is my son Thorin's Norse connection with runes?
I did not hear that. What was the last name on that?
What is my son Thorin's Norse connection with runes?
With ruins?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the question?
Yeah.
That is very general.
Mm.
As for, I would connect it to that best I can. It is very general for me to connect with. It does seem like only thing I can connect with that, because I need more information. The only thing I can connect with as for the Mexican ruins, he said lifetimes there with the Aztec energies. Also, the Incas, he's had lifetimes there also. That's all I can give you with that, without having more information.
Okay. And her second question is, what are my connections with you?
I don't believe we have any connections, but as for the Nordic connections, you seem like you have lifetimes with the Nordics and many training lifetimes of how to be a better human. As you had lifetimes as a reptilian, lifetimes as insectoid, most as a reptilian, because as a lifetimes as a reptilian, it was reckless lifetimes. Not to say we're negative, but reptilian lifetimes can be quite busy. As for, they're the opposite of human in many ways of how they operate. So you can reincarnate with the tall blondes to warned of the human way. I believe you had Palladian lifetimes after that also. Of course, we are Palladian with a different type, but I did to get used to more of this human environment before your Earth incarnations. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Firstborn's question, and his question is, can you ask it? Oh, is Ainsley Shepherd has any messages? If Ainsley Shepherd has any messages.
I'm not seeing anything with that at this time. I'm not picking up anything on that. Apologies. There's nothing there. Only that this being is around him, that is the only information that's coming through. Is that?
Okay. And next is Daniel.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Greetings.
Greetings. So my first question is, lately, in recent meditations, I've found that I've been able to see the physical world around me through my third eye, even though my physical eyes are closed, just for brief glimpses. But I'd like to know what's going on when I see these, and if there's any way I can like more consistently pull this off.
So what you are saying, you're seeing more of the fourth density energy. Is that what you're saying?
A bit, yes.
You are crossing into timelines, it seems. You're technically already in this fourth density timeline where it has a lot to do with, I believe you, though, it seems to be the reason you are seeing this, because that's much of where your work is connected to at this time. In this dimension, it feels like you're not exactly accomplishing as much as you'd like to, but this other dimension, you are between dimensions, and that is the one that's the most productive. I believe you are aware without going into full details. Mm-hmm. So there's possibly you see more as for different roads, different bridges, different buildings. It's because that's where you're most active at this time. Even beings, possibly politicians, possibly. Most likely not, but possibly.
I see.
Yes, you might see your Hillary Clinton show up every once in a while.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you want to see that, but it does seem like that energy can. You doing this can attract that.
Yes, I've felt her energies around. It's kind of funny, but yes.
Yes.
Anyway, my second question is, I'd like to know more about my connection to this black widow spider that I felt around me at times.
Yes. There is a healer, but also it seems to be taking you on ships, taking you traveling. It seems to be most of the astral connection, but also they're there as a downloading. They're there to download information to you, but it is not ready of the insectoid information, but also of other extraterrestrials that are coming to this. It's like a galactic update, basically, but not one that you'll be consciously aware of. Possible, but it seems to be part of your fourth density side. That is where that one is there, but also to keep you even as for help you get your life back on track, as it might feel like it's off track, but she's there to assist with that also.
Okay.
I get the name Wilma, but that might not be fully correct, but that's the name I'm receiving.
There was also another one that gave me the name Margaret, but I'm not sure if you could connect to that.
That's another spider?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Margaret, yes.
I felt more of a love connection there. I wanted to see if you could tell me about that.
With the Margaret, yes, there's yes. Actually, these are humanoid lifetimes, basically where you feel the love. Lifetimes, more Nordic, actually. I see more Nordic, not necessarily of our race. I do see of our race, actually. It is actually a Nordic connection. You might be able to visualize this. That's all I have for
that. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay. And next are Blue's questions. This first one is, I had a dream last night where my right arm and hand was completely space blue and different shaped, and when I rubbed my feet, I could see blue and violet colors under the skin. It seemed like I was disguised as a human. Can you tell me what that was about?
The only thing I'm receiving from this, you're connecting more to the Arcturians. You're going also to their crystal chambers of knowledge, integrating into the earth. It seems also you are on, yes, a humanoid version of you is here. Another aspect of you are, and you are combining to that aspect. As for getting to know that aspect and also to give it information, it seems. That is what I'm receiving from that. This one might receive something.
Okay. Second question is, when I teleported to the other planet to the hybrid children in Astral, a girl hugged and kissed me. I didn't know her, but she did. Is there any message from her to me, and who is she?
The name I receive is Tila. It is, yes, a lover of yours. Sometimes has feline type of features, but not necessarily a full feline feature, but some feline features. I guess technically human is slightly a feline without the features, but some features are there for personal preference. As for messages, she's not, it is mostly personal. She's not, I am not receiving anything else. That's all.
Okay. And next is Christy.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Greetings.
First question is, the other night I had a dream. I was working on a ship, and it was like a big office, and Hillary Clinton was my supervisor, and she didn't like how I wasn't working fast enough for her, so she moved me to a different department, and I just didn't feel like I fit in anywhere in that whole ship. Like everybody was robotic and mechanical, and can you tell me more about that meaning?
It felt, well, judging by that connection, it's more of a negative reptilian type of energy there. Also, an Anunnaki was there. But there seem to be, what your connection with them is to what happened there, actually, from what I'm gathering, you gave them orders from your collective, and they did not like what they heard. It was almost as if, I am getting a watered down version of this, but for them to move on, to leave this, at least their ship to leave, what they were planning here, they have to leave. That's the only thing I'm receiving from that. A change of plans, meaning leave, but they'll do something else with it. But that is what I'm receiving there. There was a lot of Anunnaki there also. But from what I'm gathering, it's information that you brought to them that was not something they wanted to hear.
Yeah, I felt totally out of place there, but I wasn't afraid or nothing. I just felt like I didn't fit into that work environment. And Hayden was there, like in the area too, and I was worried that because I didn't know what to do with him, because he was still there with her as well. So I kept on looking and making sure she wasn't hurting him or nothing like that either. So it was kind of worried me.
It does feel like he was actually watching your back. That's what I'm gathering. That's what I'm being told.
That's good. So it was teamed up.
Yes.
That's good. Very good. Okay, thank you for that. And then the second one is, what is my connection with the English occult philosopher John Dee, who was the advisor of Queen Elizabeth I?
Yes, you're an advisor to him during that lifetime. I believe you did have a male lifetime during. You feel like actually it was more of a female lifetime, but you were one of authority that he did not care much for. Receiving information for a female was not something he wanted to hear, but you were one that brought information. Same as that dream, which is kind of interesting. In some regard, you're still, yes, it is actually somewhat connected to that. But this is actually a lifetime where you brought information. You were second in an advisor, second in command to this one. And you did have a close, a friendship, a business relationship, friendship for what it seems. That's all I have for that.
It's like a I'm so connected with the magic and magician and everything like that. It's something I guess within me, though, that carries from a long time ago.
Yes.
Because he was a magician and occult and all of that.
Yes. Yes, you were involved in much of that. Behind the scenes, it seems like mostly though. Sometimes in front of others, it seems like mostly behind the scenes. That's what we gather. That's all I have for that.
Okay. Thank you. Much love.
Blessings.
Okay, next is Gina.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Yes. Greetings.
Greetings. Well, I have a question for you. I think my Kundalini is going totally mad, and I had it since 2002, and now my face are. It looks like I haven't used sunscreen and taken too much sun. The skin are very dry. It's peeling off, and it's burning, itching, and it makes this stripes going crisscross, walking around my face, and even changed my eye shades of the blue color I had. I don't have a blue. I have a sure blue and gray, but now they are clear blue, and it's feels like the skin are too small. So what is happening?
But there seems to be, one moment, a vortex shift around you at this time. Seems like you've been going in and out of it recently. And in doing this, your skin seems to be being affected by it. It's not always normally the case, but sometimes it is, where you do see some change in appearance slightly. There's many beings that have been going in and out where you are living at this time. You might not be fully aware of it. And that's part of it. It's affecting your DNA, it seems, slightly. That's what I'm gathering from that.
Yeah, because it has changed my face totally. If anybody saw me that knows me, would be scared.
Yes, it does happen, but you are quite busy also. So in the astral realms and even your dimension, you do feel you're connected to many things, and connected to many things can change your appearance also, depending on what you're doing.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Yeah. And the second question is if there is any messages from anyone.
But your guides say you're still beautiful, so not to worry.
Oh, thank you.
Not to put too much worry into that. But these things do happen to many. They're unaware. You are at least aware of the activities around. Many are not aware, and their facial features change often.
Mm-hmm.
Some might feel older. Not always what has to do with what you eat, is what you're connecting with. Has lots to do with it also. That's what your guides are saying.
Okay. But
yes.
sorry?
But they say your next year will be quite a confusing one, but because you're going to be connected to many things you're not fully understanding, as you are now, That's going to increase your next year, but nothing to worry. It's just to be a strange year for you, maybe more than this year. That's what your guide is saying at this time.
Okay, but I will not
There I am.
change completely appearance. I hope.
Not no. That we
Yeah.
know of. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Much blessings. Much love.
Okay, next is Tara.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Greetings.
My first question is, I keep waking up tired even when I sleep 8 hours or more at night. I'm wondering if this is due to something I'm doing in the astral or if it's something else.
It's astral. We've been connecting to many zetas at this time. It seems healing most of their civilization. They have been going through a transition of more compassionate to other beings. You have a long history of them, it seems, but not necessarily there as their savior, but you've been connecting to many of them. Also, I do see many ostrich energies around you. You seem to be visiting them. It's like an ostrich planet. I'm not sure how you feel about them, but they are around you, but only in a good way. They do seem to bring humor into your life also. But there is also being connected to the Galactic Federation, like as for like a medic to worlds like this and other ones that are in crisis mode. In some ways, this world is seen in crisis mode because it's unaware of what is going on. So in some ways, that is crisis mode because it's unaware of the entities that are here manipulating its energies. So you're very much a blue Pleiadian within the Galactic Federation of Light. As for Earth's assistance, as for a healer. So that's another reason why you might feel tired. And the gray energy around is quite busy on this world, so you're there to understand them.
The Zetas? Understand
Yes.
the Zetas?
Yes. That's only for a temporary time, it seems.
Okay. My second question is, are there any messages that are most important for me to hear from anyone right now?
At this time, Archangel Michael is assisting your timelines as for healing them. There seemed to be one that was like a job or something that was like going to go in the wrong direction at one time in your life that he is assisting healing. This is in your past. That's what he's saying. Like you dodged a bullet, something regarding like that.
In this lifetime?
Yes.
That's accurate.
Yes, and they're still building this, still working on this timeline as for your new direction.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Blessings.
Okay, next are Mary's questions. The first one is, any messages for Jason or Jordan from anybody?
Yes, there's a motherly energy there to listen more to that. That is the only message I get. Because there's much knowledge there that they've been ignoring for some time. Blessings.
Okay. And second question is, any messages from my deceased dad?
Only that he's sorry he wasn't there enough for you. I believe work was always in the way. And he didn't always know how to concentrate on family. He didn't know how to deal with family as much as he wished he did. He was not always a people person. It might seem like that on the outside, but he wasn't. He did not know how to firmly connect to someone on a mental, not in the way that you'd like to fully know his own children. That's blessings.
Okay. Next is Emmy. Any messages and advice from my spiritual galactic family?
Yes, your guys are saying there's going to be some risks to take, but there will be good ones. You will know what they're talking about. As for job transition, you're going to have to take some whopper of a deal as for change, but nothing to worry about. It's just that you will see this fork in the road, and you will take the right opportunity. It's not here yet, but it's on its way. She already knows what this is speaking of, in some regard. Blessings.
Okay. Second question is, how am I connected to Belisa Lopez?
I believe she was a child of this person in a previous lifetime. It does seem a Mexican lifetime is what I'm receiving, but that could be a mix of different cultures, but it was definitely, I am getting Mexican. This could have been a far time ago. It's not being mentioned at this time. It's not that important, that's why they're not telling. But either way, she can connect to it. Blessings.
Okay. Next is Terrence.
How's it going, Nathaniel?
Greetings, doing well.
Nice. All right, so I was like, I was meditating today, and like for some unknown reason, like the name Hatshepsut had like popped up into my head. Like I Googled it, and I know it was like a Egyptian pharaoh, female pharaoh, and I just want to know what is my like connection with her.
Judging by the energies, you were a slave during that time, but you're very close to her. Meaning, you moved out the ranks of slavery, but because they showed that you had much more than just brawn, you had brains, and so it seems like you also moved up the ranks as for soldier, and you're very close to her. As for friend, it could have been much further without going into details. As a slave, you were mostly as a child, but you did show that just like any other business, you move up the ranks. It is possible to do that there. That's all I've received from that.
All right, thank you. My second question is also I was meditating today, and I seen this guy, and his legs are crossed, his arms are on his thighs, and like I seen him from behind. It seemed like he had like Egyptian, maybe like royalty clothing on, but it wasn't like totally Egyptian. It was kind of like a blend of Egyptian and maybe other I don't know, clothing. And then as I like veered around him, because like I wasn't in a body, I was kind of like just kind of gliding. He had like a green, like holographic circle pattern in front of his chest that was like 2 feet from his chest. It almost looked like a mandala or something like that. And then he had a smaller, like 2-inch circle in front of his head, like in front of his forehead. It was like a purple that also had a different pattern. As I looked around, his eyes they're all white. Like it was just all white. And then like as soon as I tried to like leave from that whole experience, I found myself yelling Nipsode in my head. I just want to know like who was it, and like why was I singing that?
It seems like that was an Arcturian king that you were connecting to. That was very humanoid. You can connect to his Arcturian energies, and he was very much into ego. It seems like he was, from what I'm gathering, this is why I am connected to. He was capturing you with the mind. I believe this is another Earth reality. But he was very powerful. And you were breaking away from his manipulations. Not to say he was negative, but he wasn't exactly... He was abusing his power to a certain degree, but he showed everyone how powerful he was. That is all I received from that. And as for that name that was said, I believe it was a name that you went by. But that's all I have for that.
Thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, next is Amy S. What galactic connection do I have with my cat, Asher, and what is our purpose in being together?
Ah, yes. Now, this is like a budding romance, but of friendship that you two were travel the universe together as felines, also as Pleiadians, also as Syrians, so you have a long connection. You chose this feline chose this incarnation just to be with you, to raise your vibrations. And somewhat, this one seems to be very childish, but that was disobedient at times and still going that vibrate. But they're a very kiddish energy that kept you on your feet, it seems, to keep your vibration at a heightened vibration. Sometimes you were going through, it seems like you would have lifetimes where you took on a lot of, I wanted to say drama, but only to expand your energies. And this moment's here to lighten the load. That is what I received from that. You go a long ways, it seems.
Okay, and next is Liz Starwalker. Question Facebook, Firstborn got off of YouTube. I was led to this conference right now. Is there a message for me? Many blessings.
Conference? You mean this webinar?
Yeah,
this
sure.
Liz is her name? Liz,
yeah.
What was?
Starwalker?
Well, the channeling ability lives with her. Also, her healing ability is quite advanced more than she realized. This is all just new to her, I believe. And as there's basically, she's going down a new road, a new pathway. This next year will be quite different depending if she chooses to connect more with this type of information. Is herself awakening herself up? This is if she chooses to receive it, some do hear this information and just call it rubbish and walk away. But it seems like she is unlikely to do so. But still, the decision is there for her to make. That this is her awakening. One of them, at least. That is all.
Okay, and next is Tran.
Hi, I'd just like to know what I've been doing in Astral recently.
Connecting to the Pleiadians and the Arcturians as for creating new councils, but they're not giving out the names. These names will come to you. You might possibly, there's also a butterfly energy around it, as if they're trying to heal the earth. And these are councils to look at the world in a different way. You can say from a butterfly's point of view, it's one way of looking at it. There's much more to it than that, but it is of a healing energy. And also they're saying that Mother Earth, you'll be in this or now feeling Mother Earth's energy as you seem to be connecting more with her, and that will continue on as you will feel the vibrations of healing and also feel the earth awakening to this type of energy through her eyes. At least that's what they say. That's part of what's going on.
Okay, thank you. My second question is that today I was heading out to attend an event, and I kind of got a bad feeling seeing some other people driving around, and I just kind of felt like maybe I shouldn't attend the event and I should go home instead. Was this just paranoia, or was it something else?
Well, there's a lot of negative energies there. Not to say that it was a bad idea to go there, just the vibration there wasn't as high as it could be. A lot of ego is there, but for the most part, you are protected, and it is fine to go there. But it's just it's part of you just picking up the vibrations that are very low. A lot of self-centered energies you're picking up on, and it's just your energy picking up on it. That's all. That's all I can receive from that.
Okay, thank you. That was all.
It's also a way of protecting yourself, that you're aware of these things, and it just might feel uncomfortable around this type of energy, but nothing to fully worry about. But if you wish not to attend, that is fine. But they're just your senses letting you know. That's all.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, and next is Symmetry. And any messages for him?
Yes, it seems to be that Anunnaki's been connecting to him a lot recently, sometimes misguiding him. Yes, the message from his guides is that the Anunnaki has been around him a lot this past year as for misguiding him onto where to go. It is for him to heal him, for Symmetry to be aware of this, as he's had a strong connection to them for some time. And letting go of that connection, because I understand they're making him feel less human, more alien. A lot has to do with that. And at this time, it's allowed to be mentioned. Blessings.
Okay, and Amy's second question, I forgot to read it. Amy S. Her second question, I am so excited about 2017. What do my angels and spirit guides have to say about it? And am I meant to meet my twin flame? Thanks.
That is up to you. The twin flame is up to you if you're ready to connect. That seems to be, the door is open for that, so it's up to you to pull that energy towards you. The more you want it, the more it will happen. The more you do not want it, the more it won't happen. So it's all up to you. So yes, your angels are also see the channeling ability with you if you wish. Channeling angels, I see that in your next year or now. If you wish, automatic writing seems to be to uplift your day. Also, they say, like, greeting card information. If you channel the angels, is like greeting card type of lingo that would come through, just to cheer you up and others also. I know it sounds very strange, but maybe not. That is the message.
Okay, and that is the last of the questions tonight. Thank you very much, Nathaniel.
Yes, thank you. Blessings to you all, and your next year will be a different kind of year, for sure. Much love. Blessings. Would I like to do a lesson? No, that's okay.
Sure, I would.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivan.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ivan.
Thank you.
Kita iskoteo tu kakatita kinka ratu kikatusta katikat goto katamun statu kita tinta mnatu gastu gatan takatuta statu kikatutisha skatuta duko statu sudet bentaka ko etasha 그래서 너한테 간노자 산이다 가다다티 이나도 자오고야 얼굴 잡지 소리 가스 루시 우리 토란 루시가 닌도 니나 똑같나 따이다 이다 토르한다 사카치다 토란이셔도 사하타다 한다 이야카누로한선 이로 오르 혼지가 한데야 여러분 고칸치고 지한 슈퍼포스 도른사 사투샤
Thank you for that. All right. Enjoy everyone, and Happy New Year. And next one will be next Tuesday. All right.